watched this game as I did. I want to hear what you have to say first.
He didn't play well. He didn't play well. He played bad, huh? Obviously, he stunk it up. Let me clarify why he stunk it up. So he comes in the third quarter. Am I correct, Will those players make the 53-man roster,
A lot of them will not.
A lot of them will not make
Most
the 50-man roster. Exactly. If you're going to put him in a situation that is not advantageous to him and competing at a high level, boom. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance with the play calling. You know you have an offensive line that isn't playing that well. So what do? Why not just play the short game so he can get the ball out of his hands very fast to run a competent goddamn offense? Purposely running plays that are 10, 12, 15-yard routes, knowing damn well the goddamn offensive line is not going to be able to hold up, is ridiculous.
Four-yard field goal to tie. The wind at his back. The snap is good. The ball put down. The kick is up and no good. Wide right. Wide right. The Bills kicker missed a field goal. Wide right. Jubilation for the Chiefs sideline. 1:43 to go. Bass missing wide right from 44.
Set your clocks, mark your calendars, and buckle up for the best NFL primetime football action starting September 4th on Westwood 1. You can catch all the bone-crashing hits, last-second heroics, and edge of your seat action at NFL Thursday, Sunday, and Monday nights have to offer. Whether you tailgating, driving, or chilling at home, don't miss a single snap. Listen on the NFL apps, the Westbrook One Sports app at westwood1sports.com, or just say, Alexa, open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. Ha!
I got breaking news. Shedeur Sanders is officially getting released from the Cleveland Browns. It's being reported for some inside sources close to the camp that Shedeur Sanders is about to get released. Somebody's told me that it was a meeting this morning that they want to let Shedeur go. I don't know if his agent or whoever, but some sources close to the camp said Shedeur Sanders is possibly about to get released from the Cleveland Browns. It might not happen, but I think it will. But y'all let me know, where will be a good fit for Shedeur Sanders right now to have time to grow with a good coaching system, that people that believe in him. After a lot of teams passed up, I don't think that's going to be the point right now, but we will see who's going to believe in Shedeur Sanders and what would be a good team for him to fit in after all 32 teams passed up on him.
You belong here on this team.
Obviously, I think overall as a player, I feel like I put in the work. I feel like everything I do, I try to do it to my best, and that's all I ask for. So I feel like everybody feels like they should be on the team. And if you ask anybody on the team, would they feel like they belong? They belong, in their own eyes. So I feel like I do, but I'm my own player. I think about myself in a high regard, of course. So it's not my decision.
Do you feel like you showed enough during preseason? That's why you should be here to get a shot.
Yeah. It wasn't my decision, so, of course that's a quarterback's dream, and that's what every quarterback, thrives for, those moments. So, it wasn't me, but I was happy that Hundley got in and he handled the business. So, if anybody else would do it, it'll be him. Nah, of course it's gonna always be, a little tender, but it it's a non-factor for me. I think I had a decent performance. Yeah.
The number 2 role still up for grabs. You guys keep
Number 2 role?
like number 2 starting quarterback.
Oh, honestly, bro, I really don't look into that. I don't care. Whenever it's time for me to get out there and play, I'm gonna play. Whenever it's time for the lights to come on, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm not concerned about when it is. I'm not concerned about, you know, how many reps I'm getting at this point is what it is. Because I know when the lights come on, when everything go on, when the pressure's on, you know who I am. And I'm always be that way.
Can you address this sort of persistent narrative that that you're trying to sabotage Shedeur Sanders, especially after yesterday and not putting him in for the 2-minute?
Yeah, obviously, I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
Why didn't you keep him in for the 2-minute, or why did you decide to take him out?
Yeah, nothing more than decided to give Snoop some work at the end of the game.
That's the tight end, Zach Davidson. Swing.
NFL is a tough business. Shiloh had, some bad. It's just have you talked to him and how are his
Most
spirits?
definitely. He's my son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them, and I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine, and I've always have, and y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
Sanders, right there, and a shove back.
That's not going to be good
for either one of them.
Hello everyone, I'm Deion Sanders. I've held back for a long time, but now I have to set the record straight. My son Shiloh threw a punch during the preseason, and what happened? Less than a day later, the Buccaneers cut him. Clean and quick, almost cold-blooded. This is what they call fairness in the NFL. Don't talk to me about zero tolerance. I played in the league for over a decade and have seen countless star players shove or fight, yet they remain starters. Still got big contracts and were even portrayed by the media as passionate. So why is it unforgivable when it's my son? It's simple. He's a rookie, he has no status, and he's the easiest to sack. The league and the team needed a disciplinary example, so they made him the target. Pushes are fine. The one who fights back gets cut. That's the Buccaneers' so-called rules. What angers me even more is that outsiders keep dragging me into this. Shiloh is an adult. He must take responsibility for his own impulse, and he doesn't need me defending him. Yet the media insist on highlighting Deion Sanders' son, making the attacks harsher and the story more dramatic. I admit that punch was a mistake, and he should face the consequences. But here's the truth. In the NFL, the rules aren't written for everyone. They only serve those with...
Oh my God, guys. Travis Hunter exposed again! In a live game, guys. Travis Hunter is getting fried in the preseason. Another catch on his head. Another highlight reel play, guys. I mean, this is not good from our number 2 overall pick. I mean, let's watch this again here, guys. Let's just see what's going on. We got Zach Wilson here sending the guy in motion pre-snap. Travis Hunter at the top of the screen. Oh my God. He's getting cooked, guys. I mean, is this your guys' number 2 overall pick? And your Heisman? I mean, this guy can't even stop any receivers in the preseason. What's he gonna do when the regular season starts? I mean, one more look at it. Oh my God, on his head.
It's too late.
He sold his soul, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I will never understand why somebody's going to be that rich and that famous and you don't get a prenup. That is just, that's like Kevin, he's young and he's in.
They'll try to hit you with why I get a prenup. If you really love me. If you really love me, sign the prenup. What you here for? If you here for love, just sign this joint.
Picture this. You're 22 years old, fresh out of college, and you just signed a contract that's supposed to set you up for life. $46 million guaranteed, with a $30 million signing bonus hitting your account. Most people would call that winning the lottery. But for Travis Hunter, that massive payday might actually be the setup for the most expensive mistake in recent sports history. Because right now, whispers are swirling that his wife Leanna is allegedly demanding $40 million in their divorce proceedings. Let that sink in for a second. She's essentially asking for almost his entire rookie contract, leaving him with just enough to pay taxes and agent fees. We're talking about a financial catastrophe so severe that bankruptcy isn't just possible, it's practically inevitable. But here's where the story gets absolutely wild. This isn't some random tragedy that struck out of nowhere. Every single red flag was waving in hurricane force winds. And somehow, this young man chose to ignore every warning sign imaginable. Industry veterans were screaming from the rooftops. Comedians were making jokes that weren't really jokes. Even his own coach was publicly begging him to protect himself legally. The most mind-blowing part? The entire internet collectively held its breath watching this disaster unfold in slow motion. Like witnessing a car crash where the driver has plenty of time to hit the brakes, but somehow floors the accelerator instead. What we're about to break down isn't just a cautionary tale about love and money. It's a masterclass in how ignoring obvious warning signs can transform your biggest blessings into your worst nightmare. Because once you trace back through the breadcrumbs of this relationship, the writing wasn't just on the wall, it was painted in neon letters, set on fire, and accompanied by a marching band. Now let's talk about something that should make every young athlete's blood run cold. When it came time to plan their wedding, guess who insisted on the location? That's right, Leanna. And her choice wasn't Georgia, where Travis played college ball, or Florida, where they spent time together, or anywhere connected to their love story. She zeroed in on Chattanooga, Tennessee, like a heat-seeking missile.
Strategic with it. She know what she's doing.
I'm thinking it's going to be within the first 2.5 years.
It's going to be.
Her public explanation? The venue was gorgeous. The mountains, the scenery, the perfect backdrop for their dream wedding. Sweet story, right? Except there's a legal landmine buried beneath all that romantic packaging that most people don't know about.
Okay, my mom's house, my car, Leona car, my car, 2 boats. That's just 2 boats. That is $635K. Yeah.
The big issue I have is with Travis Hunter. What in God's name would make you think that that's a good thing to tell the world?
Before all this bankruptcy drama exploded, Travis Hunter was out here flexing his wealth online like money would never run out. Expensive cars, designer fits, luxury trips. He made sure everybody saw the life he was living. But now, Stephen A. Smith has stepped into the mix, and when Stephen A. calls you out, the whole world listens.
You're about to go into the National Football League. That's what you're about to do. You're about to get paid. In my eyes, this should be your most selfish time. You need to think about the people that you're involving in your life.
He straight up blasted Travis for reckless spending and shady financial decisions that don't add up. Yeah, people are saying his wife's scandal may have lit the fuse, but Stephen A. is crystal clear. The blame still falls on Travis himself. He made the choices, he signed the checks, and now he's got to deal with the fallout.
I don't believe that about Leanna 1 second. And I don't want to hear anything about anything that she may have done years ago. She's a young lady. Come on, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't some seasoned.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Dice Games. Coming back here on the We Are VishusTv. And I'm doing something, practically new on this, because normally I don't tackle nothing about NFL or NBA or anything about sports, on my channel. But I had to go in this one by Shedeur Sanders, the Sander boys, the Sander family, Dion, you know what I'm saying, Shiloh, and I'm gonna speak on about Travis Hunter, you know what I mean, because, you know, I spoke about this before them boys left, you know, Colorado. You know, I haven't said this out loud. I haven't spoke about it. You know, I have, you know, my family and peoples, you know, I spoke on them about it. And I was saying about, you know, how their career could be progressing, you know, going into the NFL. And, you know, one day I was speaking to my family and my peoples, you know, I was saying something about Travis Hunter. I knew Travis Hunter was going to have a hard time because, you know, the guy don't seem like he fits in the NFL program, you know, even though, you know, we seeing all the controversy that's going on with his wife and teammates and all this other stuff with Travis Hunter. I knew for a fact he was going to have trouble, you know what I mean? You know, I wasn't trying to put no, you know, bad curses out on the board. I wasn't trying to do none of that. It just, you know, if you play football and your career as long as, you know, I had, you know, not in the NFL, not in no upper games, but just experiencing being on the gridiron and make sure you have, you know, if you've been on a winning team, because I've been on 4 winning championship teams, so I know how it feels, you know, when you go in that locker room and then you're around new peers and you know you're trying to, you know, get a winning position, a winning spot, and make sure everybody, you know, love you on the team. You have to go in soaking in. You can't go in with trauma. You can't go in with all type of other, you know, different things. But I was expecting, you know, Travis Hunter was gonna have problems on the field. I didn't know. I didn't expect it that he was gonna have problems with, you know, his girlfriend or his wife or anything. I didn't expect that. I thought he was gonna have problems on the field because these guys get bigger when they get in the NFL than in college. It's a lot faster than it is in college. So that's what I thought he was gonna have. I did not expect he was having problems with, you know, saying woman problems. I never expected this, but I know I felt the energy though. I knew that he was gonna have some problems. Now when it comes down to Shiloh and Shedeur, you know, Sanders, they've been blackballed because of all, you know, it's just hatred of Deion. You know what I'm saying? Deion really didn't be the first we ever seen, you know, 2 sons from a ex-NFL star, you know what I'm saying, being, you know, branded in the NFL, you know, and really take on the NFL and really getting endorsements. A lot of this is they trying to still keep the melanated man down. They don't like when somebody is confident in themselves, especially the melanated man. That's all I look at it. They look at, you know, the confidence. They don't want us to have confidence. They don't want us to, because they know we win when we have confidence. They know we, you know what I'm saying, we travel far and go beyond. Because that's, you hear what I'm saying? They don't want us to go beyond them. You know what I mean? So that's what we are seeing and witnessing, but not just that. We seeing the fall of everything. Like I was telling you, we seeing the fall of everything. Fall of football, basketball, religion, you know, politicians. We seeing the fall of the old system. This is all this shit is. You know, I'm gonna dart my stuff, you know, my other information over to this talk because that's what we are witnessing. I'm just gonna put it out right, real. You know what I'm saying? I told you we're gonna give it to you raw, real, and unedited. Everything is crashing. The industry is falling. We are witnessing it. You know, and you seeing the truth. You know, that NFL is basically want to have full control over its, you know, athletes. And you see how they attacking Shiloh, they attacking Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them, you know, giving them all the equal chances they do everybody else, they, you know, look what they doing with Shedeur, you know. They putting them with, you know, third string or bench, you know, lines and shit, trying to get him, you know, and not putting them with first string and second string, you know, teams and stuff, and let them show out. Cause they know he gonna show out. They know he gonna press and he gonna lead this team. But when I heard he got drafted to the Mud Dogs, I said, yeah, something ain't right. Because, I mean, the Mud Dogs, put it like this, they ain't been a it team since they've been been an organization. So, the Mud Dogs is the low you can get. Like Dion said, they just blackball my sons. And then Shiloh, he don't do anything. He chill. He go and do what he have to do. He's quiet. He handle his business. He good on the field. Like I give it that. He is great on the field. He can't be great in the NFL if they leave him alone. But they're not gonna leave the Santa boys alone because the fact is the hatred they built around his father, their father. Even though he was a great NFL star, but they, you see how, they like to keep control, and then they don't want the melanated man to shine them. But you see what happened right now, with Shador. Shador signing a big major, Nike deal. He getting all the, he didn't even play a down yet in the season yet, and the man is killing his current contract of $4.5 million. He done got more endorsements already than his NFL contract. I mean, just saying, you seeing the meltdown, you seeing the exposure of the NFL trying to have a control over its players. The NFL owners do not respect their players. I'm saying it out real raw, unedited. You know what I mean? We already been knowing that. A lot of us been knowing the NFL do not respect their players, and they just use their players, not just the NFL, college too. That's why it was the big thing about they put players on games, on football games. I mean, Nintendo games and shit like that. PlayStation games. They now they have to pay these players now for using their avatar. So I'm just saying, this is right here. This is show everybody that how the NFL works. If the NFL don't like you, not just the NFL, the industry itself. If it don't like you, they will blackball you, and that's what they've been doing with the Sounders right now. But we know how this all gonna overcome because I already see how it's gonna come. How it's gonna go. Shador is gonna get an opportunity and he's gonna blow the spot up. Shiloh, even though they traded him from his current team, somebody gonna pick him up and he gonna do well. But Travis Hunter, you're in trouble. I'm just putting it real. You're in trouble because you gotta be all in. You can't go in, expecting, I mean, I know you love, you thought you found your lady and stuff like that, but you got a contract. You got a big contract. Most people don't have the opportunity to have that contract and have that, have that chance to play in the NFL. So you should be right. You should be right in and going to work when that contract. When I know he signed it, so he signed it, and he need to go to work. No distractions. I'm Dice Games G on We Are VishusTv. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that. You hit that comment box up. So let me know how you feel about this. This video and how you feel about Shador and the Sounders. You know what I mean? So all the new subscribers, new people that come in, please subscribe if you ain't subscribed. I love y'all, and I'm out.